Hello and welcome to Organic Edible Garden. Today we're going to look at how to grow salad greens other than lettuce to spike up your summer salad. And if your Kumara plants are looking like this, we'll show you the next stage. Our focus today is rocket and baby spinach. Even if you don't have a plot of land, salad greens are really easy to grow in pots on your balcony. Both spinach and rocket can be grown all year round, but as the weather gets warmer, whether it's in a pot or in the garden, it's best to put it in a shady area where they won't dry out as quick. When planting your rocket, there's generally two types. There's what they call the wild rocket, or arugula as we call it, or there's the large leaf rocket. The arugula is a perennial and it lasts 3-4 years in your garden. This is the one that has a yellow flower. When it goes to seed and it has flowers on it, you can pick those flowers and make them as part of your salad. The flowers have a sweet taste and are not as pungent as the leaves. Your large leaf rocket, however, only lasts for a short time. It's about 8 or 10 weeks. The benefit of the large leaf rocket, it is a milder flavour and it grows a lot taller than your perennial rocket. It's also more popular with children who find the wild rocket a little bit too spicy. Here we have the annual large leaf rocket that's gone to seed. A lot of people have this problem and it's usually due to lack of nitrogen and water in the soil. Rocket is a member of the brassica family, which requires a lot of nutrients. In this case, we'd feed it some high nitrogen animal fertiliser like a chicken manure or sheep pellets and give it a good load of compost. When you're growing the wild rocket or the arugula and it's looking a bit ratty, you can chop it off almost at ground level, give it a good water and feed, and it will come back with lush new growth. But remember, both of these are both brassicas, which mean they belong to the same family as your kales and your broccolis and your cabbages. You don't want to grow either of these in the same ground year after year because you'll get a problem called clubroot, which means you can't grow any of that family in that soil again for quite a few years. So letting them self-seed each year is not a great thing in the same garden. And then there's spinach. It's important to remember when growing spinach that there are different varieties. Some are designed for the colder winter conditions and others for the warmer spring and summer conditions. We find during the warmer times of the year, it's easier to grow baby spinach. This is great because you can chop the leaves off when they're not so high and you don't have the problem with bolting. If you can't find a specific baby spinach seeds, you can use normal spinach seeds for that season and just cut them off when the leaves are young. We've gone and put some of our baby spinach into a pot like this, which we can harvest during the next couple of weeks. If growing in the pots, it's important to keep the soil wet. The baby spinach will grow equally well in a pot as it will in your garden. And don't forget your Asian greens. Things like your maizunas and your tatsois, which are really easy to grow and add a bit of extra spice for your summer salads. The Kumara plants we planted before have now sprouted with some nice shoots. It's at this stage we want to take these shoots off and transplant them into another pot. It's important you don't let your shoots get too large because there could be too much leaf growth and the root disturbance could be too great. The first thing we do is find our shoot and we pull them sideways so they get detached from the Kumara itself. You can see this shoot has now got roots on it, and what we'll do is we'll transplant it now in the small container. This will grow bigger over the next 2 weeks, and when the weather warms up enough, they can plant it straight into the garden.